Hi Taurus, welcome to July 2018. Your ruling planet Venus enters your sister sign Virgo on July 9th. And this is awesome because she's forming a grand Earth trine with Saturn in Capricorn and Uranus in Taurus. And this could be about you getting your heart's desire, working on something really creative and dynamic, and something that is about your future, and something that is about, building for your future and building lasting structures that will carry you, into the months and years ahead. Very exciting for the bulls. It is a very intellectual month for you, and that's because the first eclipse in a series of 3 eclipses we're going to have here, 2 in July, 1 in August. The first one is a Cancer solar eclipse happening in the area of communication and conversation. Now, this eclipse is being opposed by Pluto, so there could be this whole new cycle with you about, searching for the meaning of life, searching for your truth, searching for what is true for you. And, this is calling in your I am presence, your higher self, your spiritual life into the picture, and really looking at, what it is you believe, what is your truth, what do you believe now? There are things that we used to believe, but we may not believe now because we've changed, we've grown, and as we change and grow, so do our beliefs. You could be having some really dynamic conversations with people this month, especially at this time with this eclipse energy. And, really just letting others know what you think, what is real for you, what is true for you. There could be some, conflict there with other people where, this is what I believe, well, this is what I believe. But that's okay because, we're not here to change what other people think or believe. We're here to align with our truth. And so that's what this eclipse is about for you, is what is true for you. Are you a messenger? Are you some sort of messenger? And, how are you tapping into that? How are you dialoguing with yourself and with others about what's true for you? What matters to you? What's real for you? So this is a very dynamic energy. And what the good news is, Pluto is in Capricorn, your sister sign, pouring positive energy into your planets in Taurus. Cancer sextiles Taurus. So it is a more favorable energy for the bulls. But it is definitely going to be stimulating you intellectually, mentally, the spinal column. You're going to be really charged up here with energy, thinking about things, doing a lot of thinking and processing and digesting and ideas. What's my truth? What's real for me? What works for me? What doesn't? And there is a gorgeous grand water trine with this eclipse that I just love, with the Sun and Moon in Cancer to Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter in Scorpio, and Jupiter went direct on the 10th. Yay, Jupiter direct. This is good news. And so Jupiter is direct now. Finally, someone's direct. We've got a heaven full of retrograde planets here. And so Jupiter is direct, and this is really good for relationships and, supportive relationships, things moving forward in your life in the area of relationships, although the Mars is retrograde in the area of career. And so, things are still kind of on hold here in July and are going to feel that way in August as well. until Mercury goes direct. Mercury's going retrograde. That's another retrograde. July 26th through August 18th. So, with all of this retrograde, we have a tendency to, revisit the past or reflect on things that we need to be looking at. And, what is calling to our attention. But there's this beautiful spiritual energy here with you this month. So you may be feeling like you're some sort of messenger or prophet, that, whatever you say comes true, or whatever you're seeing for others is right on target. And there's this prophetic energy around you this month that is being channeled through you in regards to your conversations with others and your insights and what you're sharing with others. It's really amazing here what's happening with you. And, of course, Venus is trining Saturn, which is absolutely gorgeous. That goes exact on the 14th. That can be incredibly beneficial for you in the regards of, getting your heart's desire. And she's also sextile Jupiter on the 22nd when the sun goes into Leo. Oh, that's a sparky energy for us. And, sparks can be flying and uniting with past lovers coming back here. I mean, we have Mercury retrograde July 26th through August 18th in Leo, which rules the heart, which rules the 5th house of true love and romance. So it could be like, people are coming back here for all of us, and especially for you, because, you've got Mercury in that area of home, and it rules the area of love for you. And so, a past love could just show up at your door and just be like, hey, what are you doing? And so you have to decide if you want to participate in that energy, because Mars is also retrograde, and Mars can be bringing people back from the past as well. And the Aquarius total lunar eclipse is happening in the area of your career. Now, this is a really intense eclipse because it's a total lunar eclipse, and it's being T-squared by its ruler. That is Uranus in Taurus is exactly T-squaring this. So don't be surprised at the time of this eclipse you decide to move on from something. Maybe you move on from a relationship. Maybe you move. Maybe you just decide you want to change your career. Eclipses are the most powerful transit we can experience. They herald major beginnings and completions. And they are the call of destiny, or they have this feeling of fate with them. So if you're starting to feel that, you're done in this location, or you've had it with this job, or you've had it with this boss, or you've had it with this group of people, honor that. Honor, what is happening with you, because the rulers of Aquarius, Saturn and Uranus, are in harmonious energy flow. And Uranus brings us surprising, sudden events. With Uranus, we want to expect the unexpected. Now, you know this because Uranus has entered your sign now and has been in there. In July, it'll be a couple of months, going on a couple of months. So you've had a taste of this unexpected, chaotic energy, and with it, it's like there's just like radical breaks from the past. We just like get up and go, I'm done with this. I'm moving on to another project. I'm moving on to another relationship. I'm moving on. I'm moving. And so, for you, it is happening in the area of your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, what you do in the world. And, with Mars there going back over things, and, Mars will be the closest it's been to Earth since 2003. And Mars is the planet of energy, action, passion, war. And so this is going to be, a very intense time for all of us. And, you could really be feeling fired up about what's going on at the job or what's going on in the organization. And you might just decide, you know, I'm moving on to bigger and better. I'm just moving on up. Moving on up. Da-da-da. Good for you. And, you know, there is this part of you that is searching for new locations or feeling drawn to far off places. And, you know, be open to that. You know, be open to your soul speaking to you. Where is your soul calling you? You know, I always recommend to people to get their relocation astrology done, astrocartography, so that, you know, if you are wanting to move to an area, that you know, check out your astrology there, because it really is important to see what we look like in the new location. However, I always like for us to let the soul direct us, because when your soul calls you to an area, it means you have something to do there. You have unfinished business there. You have work to do there. And so where is your soul calling you in July? Where do you feel called to be, to live, to do? Be open to it. And if things get crazy out there, you know, with the energy now in Leo, the North Node in Leo, the Sun in Leo, Mercury camped out in Leo, you know, spend quality time at home. Netflix is great. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, tune out the world, tune out the crazy, get comfy on the sofa, turn on the Netflix, and enjoy. Because why get caught up in, you know, the drama that's happening out there? This is really an intense eclipse for all of us, and especially the fixed signs, because it's in the fixed signs, and with Uranus in Taurus, the Leos, the Aquarians, the Bulls, and the Scorpios, you know, we're getting it good here at this time. And so, you know, we can feel pushed out of something or pushed into something. But yet we've got all this retrograde energy, which says it's not quite time yet for the new things to be happening. Yet, if we're moved out of something, or we abruptly decide that we need to move on, then that's destiny too, because that's what this energy is. The eclipse is eclipse things, and they begin things, and they put us on a new path, and they put us, you know, in a direction where we need to be going, and it's all divine. So for those of you open for love, you know, you do have Jupiter in that area working for you, and now he's direct, which is good news. Venus is direct, and she's in that area of love. She's there, you know, starting on the 9th in the area of true love and romance, and she's sextile in Jupiter. You know, so there could be, you know, something starting here for you here in July that is very good for you. A very good relationship. Someone who is, you know, the complement, your highest complementary partner. Someone who's just right for you. And, you know, being sent by above. These energies are definitely, you know, whatever's happening is divinely directed at this time. You know, I have to remind myself, let go of control. Right? Is things are being divinely directed for us. And we need to be open and really listening to the intuition and the instincts of what we're getting and what we're perceiving here. And you know, for you, it's like there's just this deep sense of security within you. This month is like really tapping into it. Into that deep source of strength and security that lives inside of each one of you. Because it's there for you. You're strong. And that strength within you can carry you through whatever curveballs get thrown at you this month with that, you know, Uranus T-square. And Uranus, you know, is going to be duking it out with Mars. That energy is going to be around from July 9th through October 1st, because Mars is camped out in Aquarius. And Uranus really isn't going too far. It's just in the first few degrees of Taurus. And so these two are, going at it. Even though Mars is in mutual reception with Uranus, they're still in a very challenging aspect with each other. And that's where you could just be like, I'm done. I'm done over here. I'm moving on. And, that's destiny calling you. That's your soul telling you you're done. And when you're done, it's done. And that's why I like to practice the law of detachment. And you can get that at my website. Just go into the search and just put in law of detachment, and you can learn about that and how you can use that to help you in your life. Practicing the law of detachment can really help us. And, for those of you coupled, you spend time at home because you got a big focus going on in the home, and have fun and do fun things with each other, and, just celebrate the love. Money looks good. I'm not seeing any challenges to the money. In fact, Neptune is in this wonderful aspect with Jupiter, and it's helping you to increase your money and increase the money you bring in, and that is key. If things start to slow down a bit because of the Mercury retrograde, July 26th to August 18th, it's temporary, and it'll pick right back up again August 19th on. And then Mars will go direct next month. Yay! Career, you definitely have some career changes here where for some of you, you're moving on. But if you do, it's because you're supposed to. It's time for you to do it. Be aware of that. Tap into your spirituality. You're being spiritually directed at this time. And whatever happens, it's destiny. And that means it's divine. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plus-ing my videos. Taurus, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And there's still time to enroll in the Academy, The Wealthy Goddess, your guide to financial empowerment. That will be closing soon, but I'd love to see you there. So until next time, Taurus, be open to the changes. They're cosmic.